edge of my feet. And I can remember the one nurse digging on my foot, on top of my foot, trying to get an IV. And I said, listen, if you don't quit, I'm going to kick you right in the face.
Yeah.
And, and then I faded back out. But I can remember, this is how I knew God was real. The only thing I can remember is praying. Please, God, don't let me die. My baby needs me. Over and over. And I was saying it out loud. As the doctors wheeled me in and everything, I kept saying it over and over and over. And the doctor didn't say it, said, he came out and told me, he said, if you pray, you better pray, because I don't think she's going to make it. I died 3 times on the operating table. They had to give me 32 pints of blood, and the human body only holds 8. That's how much I kept bleeding out.
So, hold on. You done been through all this, but you don't get a check. Do you get a check?
No.
Damn.
Because I'd never signed up for it. I got it in work. I get out and work every day.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than, there's people out there worse off than I am that need it.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, like, what has that done to you, like, your body, though? Like, as far as, like, fucked you up? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and you talk about that really messes with your self-esteem so well. And then with my ex telling me, oh, nobody will ever love you because of that, and because you're such a bitch, it really messes with your head. And
right.
That's another reason why people take drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, speaking on that then, so when did you, I can't remember when the last time we did it, so when did you start using, though, like,
I smoked my first joint in 18, I can remember that. And from then on, it just kind of, I think I didn't really start doing pills until about 25, 26 when I met my ex-husband, because I was just smoking weed at the time. He was going for custody of his son, and he said, weed isn't legal, so I'm going to get you into the doctor. That way, you got pain pills, and it'll be legal if you get pulled into this, so if you get drug tested. Okay, worst mistake of my life. Then it graduates from him getting me on that to me walking in and seeing him shooting up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to let him see what it's like to see somebody they love killing herself, sticking a needle in their arm. I'm going to have him do it to me. And as soon as he put that needle in my arm, I said, no, and he didn't love me, because that's not, I've told people no. I'm like, you want to shoot up? No, don't do it. You will like it too much.
Yeah.
But it's a daily process. It's a minute-by-minute process sometimes. Like, trust me and him get into it, and the first thing I want to do is run,
Yeah.
But I carry my dad around. I have a pendant with his ashes in it, and that's what keeps me motivated. That and my son, my kids, but I got to actually raise my son. My other 2 were taken from me along before I got to even try. But my son, I got to raise him for the first couple years of his life. He was my best friend. You saw me, you saw him.
So, we just speaking of the gas station weed or whatever. I know a lot of people done told me that weed is like a gateway. So when y'all smoke it, does that send you off to do other shit, or?
That sends us off to eat.
Yeah, but besides that, yeah.
That sends us off to McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's why we can't eat money.
Yeah. The McDonald's, okay, I'll just eat.
No, it don't bother me like that. I mean, I swear, like you said, if it weren't for that, for my nerves, because they'd probably have me on Xanax or something, as much, PTSD as I had by being beat on and stuff like that, But weed keeps me calm. So, I have a bad temper most of the time. And I don't mean to. It's just because I've been through so much that as soon as somebody disrespects me, I'm ready to go off.
Yeah.
But the weed keeps me grounded. And so I told my doctor, I was a boxing doctor, I said, as soon as I can afford it, I'm getting me a weed card. And he said, that seems just like a money grab. And I said, well, I don't care if it is as long as it's legal.
So, for real. So what has that done to you, though, man, with them girls? Is it like detoured you? Like, what's going on with that?
That's nothing compared to what I'd already been through about getting a car stolen from me. Like,
you still trucking the same way, just
right. I mean, these people were gonna leave me on a strip job for dead. Had me in the car, had already jerked me back in the car, had me duct tape, hands duct tape, face duct tape. Already had planned out with the crowbar or whatever it was, and one of the guys, I guess, took a liking to me, and he took me off into the woods and was like, pretty much sleep with me and save your life, or and I started to, I ain't gonna lie, I started to, but then I was like, I said, I can't. I said I'm not a hoe any other time.
Man, yeah,
I said I can't go out being a hoe.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. Well, you answered. I was gonna ask him come over here because I wasn't gonna ask that without him being right here, or whatever. But
this was long before I met him.
But I'm saying I know it happens a lot though. So
yeah, no.
I was gonna ask him.
Everybody already called me a hoe in Paintsville. That didn't bother me. You can call me what you want. It's when I look in the mirror and I know what I am.
Yeah. Nah, I was gonna ask him like how does he deal with it? Because I know a lot of people.
He ain't never had to deal with that with me. I get out and work right beside him and stay.
All right, okay, yeah, that's good. But that's good though. That's good because,
like I said, I just couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I know a lot of these girls have no problem with it, and I ain't got no shame in your game. But I've had a lot of guys say, "You're sitting on I'm sitting on a gold mine." No, I'm not. I said, my ass because it ain't getting up and working right now. But that's it.
Yeah, because a lot of people gonna take advantage of a female. You know what I'm saying? Just right. Especially knowing that they got an addiction or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's actually what saved my life when I turned him down, and he said I could respect that. And he said, I said, well, can I sit up? They were taking me to the strip job. They're taking me from a different point and I was like, well, can I sit up front with you? And he said, yeah. And I got to sit in the driver's seat or the passenger seat by myself while the people in the back, they were all in the back, and then the driver. And as soon as we stopped at, I don't know if God showed me this or if we actually went through a red light. I mean, it was that realistic that I don't know if we went through that red light twice. But when I come up to that red light, there was only one red light in town before we got to the strip job where they was gonna leave me for dead. It turned red, and my heart started pounding. I knew right then and there that this is my only chance. And I jerked open that door and I took off running to the gas station right across the road, right across the 4 lane.
Yeah.
Running traffic and everything.
What you think is gonna be what's gonna be the wake up call for you? Cause you done been through some shit.
Yeah, my ex at the time, even my boyfriend at the time, had actually set it up that I take some of his friends and take them up Thelma, take them and drop them off at their place, but they end up slipping something in my drink so that they could steal his car and it be pinned on me. They leave me for dead, they steal the car, everybody pins it, the car theft on me, so I'm already dead, Nobody gets in trouble.
Right.
I got out, I actually had road rash. The guy said something to me, the driver, and I was like, stop the car, and he's like, no, and he said something, I'll go to open the door, and he slams on the gas, and I roll out 40 mile an hour. Fight or flight, I fly. 5 people.
Yeah.
Well, they had to go, I had road rash from my head to my toes. All the way down. And I took off running. Well, it took the 2 girls, me fighting them, and a guy to grab my feet to pull me back in the car to get me to where they could tie me up and stuff.
Damn. So, like I said, man, what's gonna be the wake up call? When do you think enough is gonna be enough? Cause you done been through.
Enough is enough. For, like I said, that's why I don't do it no more. I still after that, it was still a comfort. It was like that the meth was the only thing that had ever truly, really always been there for me. Like it'd always been my best friend, even though it wasn't.